keep them racks on me. That should be adding up, adding up. Only 50 to 100 told me. That should be adding up, adding up. It ain't no hate in my blood, no need. Gotta be swagging up, swagging up. Shawty, she right for me. I think she batting up, batting up. Mama be feeling my swag. Ooh, Shawty be feeling my swag.
YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Status, and I am back with another video, man. As y'all see in the title, just gonna go over my 6 months goal, man. I just decided to do it here on YouTube, so that way y'all can follow my journey, and I also can kind of document each month to see how far I came. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it on here. Normally I do my goals for myself. I don't post it on Instagram. I don't post it nowhere. I just keep it for myself. But I was like, you know what? Why not share it with the world? Because y'all probably got something in common. A lot of people need some motivation, and a lot of people need to see other people doing exactly what they doing to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? So what they say, teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's what we doing, man. So this shouldn't be a long video. I'm just gonna pretty much go over each of my goals. And yeah, man. So that's it. So this is not in any particular order. It's just a few things that I wrote down that I know I need to do and I need to get better at. My goals is starting from July to December, because what better way to start your 6 month goal in July, right? So from July to December 31st, all these goals need to get hit. Every last one of them need to get hit by December. No question asked, no excuses. I have to hit it. And if I don't hit all of these goals, I'm gonna be upset at myself. All right, nothing is mandatory, but I'm gonna definitely be upset at myself. So, hopefully these goals get hit, all of them. So the first one that I put, remember I said it's not no particular order. So first one I put is my weight, right? I gotta get back right, man. As you know, I had a daughter in 2022, and what they say when you have a child, you get that dad weight. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think dad weight come from just having a child and you just instantly know. I think it just comes from the way of life. You have a child, you're not being active as you used to, as far as like, going out with your friends, as far as like, playing basketball, doing little athletic things. You're not really doing that no more. 9 times out of 10, you probably, taking care of your child, doing little family things, little restaurants, you eating a lot. And then as a parent, and if you are a parent, you'll understand a lot of times we need parent time. But what we're going to do during them parent times, we're going to drink. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like that's where that came from. So, as the years been going, I'm like, damn, I done really like went far away from my actual weight. And that have to get changed. Have to. You know what I'm saying? Baby girl, she's 3 now. She's talking. She's growing up. So now she's following and looking at everything that her parents doing. So I have to be an example for my daughter. All right. Right now my current weight is 175. That's the biggest I ever been my whole life. I've never been that size. But it's all good. Like I said, it's dad weight, but it have to come off. All right. So my goal is to get to 145. I gotta get in the gym more. I gotta get more healthier. I gotta eat better, right? I gotta take away a lot of carbs. I have to do a lot of what's that word? Walking, and I gotta do a lot of that, right? So I gotta get right. All right. 2, credit. Gotta get my credit right. We done went through some things where we was trying to get a house, and I had an adult experience while looking for a house, and that was pretty much, the finances was cool, but the credit wasn't good. The history wasn't good, right? So history, I learned about history. Got to get my history on point. So I got to build a consistent, good credit, right? So I got to get my credit. I put here, I know y'all probably can't see, I couldn't find my black marker. The only one I found was the orange one. So if you can't see, I'm going to read it out. But 2 says credit close to or at a 700, right? Or more. I mean, you always can do better than 700, but I need to get at least close to a 700 or a 700. 3, New car. I know y'all don't know, but in December, I got in a car accident. My car was totaled. Right, that was my baby. I had that car for about 4 or 5, almost 5 years. Really, I think it was 5 years. Um, Total. It's over with. It's gone. Bye bye. Like I said, for number two, credit. Right. So when I tried to go get a car, I thought I was gonna go ahead and get into a new car. I had the money or whatever the case may be. Dude was like, "Bro, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Your credit dropped crazy when you got this car. You was good, but now your credit is, what I'm saying?" So, history. He told me the history. I wasn't really on point like I should have with my car note and stuff like that. I think during the pandemic, that's what really messed me up. Um, I just was nonchalant with it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't planning on getting another car. I was like, you know what? I got time. I'll pay this later. And I'm pretty sure those who's looking at this, y'all went through the same experience before. We all go through things, right? We all go through things that we need to get better at. And me personally, I'm going through it right now, right? So, just real nonchalant, not because it wasn't there. I was just, not really paying attention to it. But anyways, make a long story short, they try to give me a crazy interest rate on my car, and I'm not doing it. That's over with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to build my credit, continue to build my history. So when I do go to this car dealership, I can tell them what I want and what I want to pay. All right. Y'all write that down. I'm telling you, get your credit right and your history on point. You can tell, whatever car dealership you want to go to, what you want and what you want to pay on a month-to-month basis. And that's where anything, mortgage, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So make sure your history is on point. 4, stay consistent with my goals. All right. Consistency is the biggest thing in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not consistent, none of these things will be possible. All right. You have to be consistent. You have to stay consistent. That's really the biggest thing in life, consistency. When you're consistent, you're going to realize anything, any of your goals, anything you're trying to do, anything you're trying to conquer, it will happen if you become a very, very consistent and persistent person. All right. So I want to learn how to be consistent. Not learn how to be consistent. I know how to be consistent, but I need to stay consistent. And what I mean about that is, just like, I done had so many gym memberships and I done signed up for them. A lot of y'all probably did the same thing before. I done signed up for these gym memberships and I probably done went the first, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, maybe a month. And after that, I just completely stopped. That's not consistent. That's inconsistent. So I need to be more consistent with the gym. I need to be more consistent with things that I know that I need to do. And, just being consistent just in general. I need to get better at that. If I knock all these goals out, that means number 4, staying consistent. I did that. All right. So 5, YouTube. I want to get my subscribers to at least 500 or 1,000. They say when you hit 1,000, you can get monetized or whatever the case may be. But I do want to start. I know they doing the streaming thing and all that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the streaming thing because streaming, I'm not doing I don't want to talk to people 24/7. I want to make my little videos, post it, and keep it moving. So YouTube ain't dead. YouTube's still going. People still doing their little blogs and stuff like that. So I want to kind of still get that going because I want to do a lot of these type videos. I want to do a lot of workout videos. I got a lot of plans that I want to start doing on YouTube. So, just document my life. But yeah, so by the end of this year, I want to be at least 500 or 1,000 subscribers. So what that means, y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video, share my videos, and I'll be able to hit them goals. All right. 6. This really should be number 1. That's why I said it's not in no particular order. I would just, jotting down my thoughts, whatever the case may be. But 6 is get closer to God. I'm a Christian. I believe in God, believe in Jesus. I pray often. but I want to get closer. I want to be able to pray every day. I want to pray more. I want to pray longer. I want to be consistent. Number 4, with praying and getting closer to God. I really, that's without God, none of these things is possible. Without God, we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So why not be extremely close to that guy when he the one that made all this possible, right? So definitely have to get closer to God. 7, fast. All right, that's a godly thing, fasting. So of course that's why that came after that or whatever. But I want to start fasting, and I want to do it at least for 2 weeks. I'm not at an actual church right now. Since the pandemic, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, church just stopped for a lot of people, and they just started, making their own church at home or whatever the case may be on Sundays and reading the Bible and stuff like that. So you don't have to go to church. Church is important. It is important to go to church, but I don't think that's going to get you in heaven, going to church. Because if you're going to go to church, do everything you're supposed to do. Pray, believe in God, don't sin, stuff like that. So you got people going to church and they still sinning. So there's no better people in church than out here. So, but the reason why I was saying church is because I know when you go to church, a lot of times, I think once or twice a year, I don't know how many times they do it, but they fast, right? So because I'm not in the church hole, I have to make that an obligation for myself to fast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I want to start fasting. And also I think that's going to help. Well, I know that's going to help me with the weight loss journey as well. Fasting, taking away, a lot of stuff. Fasting is really just eliminating certain stuff. Eliminating stuff from your life for a certain period of time. That's pretty much what fasting is. But I think what I'm going to do with my fast is I'm not going to eat until a certain time. My brother did that. He wasn't eating. He didn't eat breakfast. I don't think he started eating till 6 o'clock. I think he did that for 2 weeks. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. I like that. Don't eat till 6 o'clock. And it's almost like you eat one time a day. So that's where the fasting come from. So I'm going to try to do that for 2 weeks. I know it's going to be pretty much tough because I got my family and stuff like that. And I don't know if they don't follow the fasting thing, the fasting journey. I'm going to stay consistent and do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So definitely got to get that out the way. But yeah, man. So that's it. That's everything that I wrote. I'm pretty sure, throughout the time I'm going to write more goals or whatever the case may be. But that's all I got right now. I was just up. I couldn't really sleep. So I was like, man, let me write down my goals. Let me document my goals. So that way I can start somewhere. I knew July was coming. I'm like, I got to have a 6-month goal, right? So long as I stay consistent with that 6 month, I should be pretty good. So yeah, man. So hopefully y'all, if y'all want to do the same thing, y'all let me know. Y'all write, in the comment and say, hey man, I'm gonna follow what you got going on. I'm gonna do a 6-month goal myself. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all write it in the comments. Like this video, share it. Yeah, man. So that's it. All right.